Welcome to another Boom and Bust editorial. I'm your host Terry, and today gotta talk real quick about the Patriots. I gotta get this off my chest. Now, look, this isn't a diss against the Patriots. I am a fan of Tom Brady, fan of Bill Belichick. I do enjoy what the Patriots have done and definitely respect them. I'm not one of those Patriot haters. But it's more so the sports media. They really piss me off sometimes, and they just, I was just watching Terry Rozier from the Boston Celtics, ironically enough, talking on First Take, and everybody heard kind of the stuff he said. So all these shows is just trying to, okay, whose fault is it? Well, I think, as a team, no, but who was it? Kyrie Irving or was it Gordon Hayward's? Well, I think, him and him. No. Whose fault was it? But okay. Tell us, pick one. Whose fault was it? And that's all the sports media stuff is. And I know it's gimmicky. We know it is with all these shows, but sometimes you have certain people that, just don't know nothing about sports. I mean, you got Stephen A. who knows, about basketball and has good connections there, but might not know other stuff. Same thing with a lot of former football players. They know stuff about football, but don't know other stuff. Then you got guys that just don't know anything. They're not even good journalists. They're just people that are there. They look up, or they don't look up stats. People give them stats and they just do the hot takes. And it's so annoying. And one of the hot takes that we've always heard was about the Patriots and the Patriots way, or the Patriots offense and the amoeba. And it's so goofy to me. I understand what they're doing is very effective and it's good football. Not taking that away. But the way people talk about it is such hype and it's so goofy. And the fact that casual fans eat it up is funny to me. It's always like the Patriots way. Like everybody's like, oh yeah. Like I have this argument with some people about Tom Brady. Well, if you put any quarterback in the Patriots system, then you would have 6 rings. Like what? I'm like, tell me what the Patriots system is. Explain to me in football terms, what is the Patriots system? What does Belichick do? And people can't, because it's a narrative. It's a hot take narrative. There's this idea that the Patriots are always ahead. And to me, it's silly because football is very simple. One coach always used to tell me, football, as far as coaching, is 10%, X's and O's, 90% execution. And that's all it comes down to. All that drawing up stuff, it doesn't matter if you don't execute. You set up and prepare your team to go out and execute what you do. So some people with these offenses, like I was reading an article, it was like, well, Patriots have always been ahead of the curve, whether it was going fast tempo or using 2 tight ends, or now they're going big receivers or using small slot receivers. They seem to always know what's ahead, as if football is changing, as if, the game of football has evolved as far as athletes, but not much really besides the rules. Football is football, people. Please understand that. There is no scheme that wins. And if that was true, every team would be running that scheme. And so there's always this idea that the NFL is a copycat league, and everybody quotes it, but then they turn around and say stuff like this, where it's like the Patriots are somehow ahead. Belichick is a mad genius. How do they always know what the next trend is? Because they set the trend. You can do anything, any scheme in football, and it works. That's why when this whole idea that the running game is going away, I just laughed. I've always said football goes in a circle. The power run game will come back. These people act like, oh, the power run game can't work anymore. Why can't it work? The football is still the same. You still lining up. You still blocking. You creating gaps. Easy. And so this idea that, if I come out with a 4 wide receiver set, that's going to win. Or if I come out with 2 tight ends, that's going to win. Or if we use the Wildcat, that's going to win. or if we do the zone read, or if we run a 4-4, or if we run a nickel. And it does not matter. It's all about execution. And so coaches know this. Most good coaches know this. You find your scheme that you're comfortable with, that you like philosophically, that you find other coaches that are on the same page, and then you find players that work within that scheme. Most coaches. Now, a good coach, a great coach has to adjust to what you get depending on where you are. High school, for the most part, you don't pick the talent. You get what you get and you got to adjust. College, of course, you try to recruit. In the NFL, you got the draft and everything to really pick the guys that fit what you got. But the reason the Patriots have been able to do it with so many players is because they don't just only look to get players that fit what they want to do. They get guys with the attitude and mental ability to be versatile. And then they fit their scheme for that year based on the roster talent that they have. And so people are just like, wow, how do they keep changing it? Because any scheme can work. And so the Patriots were going at lightning speed and they were like, oh, that's the NFL. All that pounded out stuff doesn't work anymore. Then a few years later, Patriots went to pounding it out, or even in the same season. And people are like, well, that's the Patriots, man. They run the ball. And it's like, dude, these people don't know what they're talking about writing these articles on TV. And it's just like, well, how are the Patriots doing this? The Patriot way. We don't get it. They seem to figure it out. It's called football. Every scheme has a positive and a negative. Every scheme can be executed to effectively work. It's just a matter of getting the talent to do and execute what you ask them to do, and then coaching players to be ready to execute during the game. So just had to get that off my chest because for so many years I just hear this silly narrative and it's just so goofy to me. I mean, yes, the Patriots have done it the best out of any team. So yes, they do something. But it's not like they're creating new football. Football is football. And I think if more fans and media people would just understand that, we would stop this obsession to just make the simple answer. That's all it is. It's a complex game, but we always want it to be simple. Whose fault is it? Whose credit should it go to? Was it the coach? Was it Belichick or was it Tom Brady? And it's like, it's a team sport. A lot of things don't work without the other. But in this media, we just want to simplify everything. We want to answer. Who's number one? Who's number one? Who won? Who lost? Who's bad? Who's good? And it's just like, there's no context to it. So stupid. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Go down comment section. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up, subscribe, share it around, get the conversation started. And thank you for listening.